time to get our head shaved and fuck some kids. We gonna become a monk. That's what you're doing, it? Is that what you do? Right, wait there, what are we actually doing here? Go with the writ of the monastery porter. He's at B. Oh, there he is. I can see you, son. We're gonna get our head shaved like that.
How are you?
Get in, son.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery, so there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally.
Of
wouldn't be
course
here
I
otherwise.
can.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
Yes.
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. What is
Get rid of all my stuff. Hold on, right. Can I just give him my horse? My horse has got... Oh, it's only got about 30, 60 space max. And I need to make 174. Oh, we need to get to a bloody... Tell you what we'll do. It's too late now. It's gotta be night time soon. If I rest till morning, I'll be able to go to the shops in Sasau and sell some gear. $11. I can rest till 6. By the time I fast travel to the bottom of Sasau, it'll possibly be 7 or 8. I'll sell all my gear that I can from the horse. I'll put all of my gear on the horse, and then we're ready to go because I know it's safe. Right, I think that's a good plan. It's a good plan. I like. Didn't trust leaving me gear anywhere. I do have one question. And that question is, has this town cured itself of pestilence yet? Nope, not yet. We're going there. There's plenty of shops here where we can sell some gear. It's a bit early still, but we can always wait an hour. The main shops I'm interested in are Armourer.
Welcome, Henry.
I'm on the wrong side.
God be with you, Henry.
Right, let's wait an hour. Come on, let us in, brother. Brother, do you know the way? The Wimba way. Haha. How much money do you have, sir?
Hey, Henry's come. Good health to you.
No money. No money. Wow. This has worked in my favour rather well. Blacksmith here. There is another blacksmith on the other side of the river, but he's hardly ever there. So if I can't sell anything to these guys,
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
then at least I've got one more chance across the river.
So, from the
There he
beginning,
is. How mate, you've got to be rich. Please be rich. I
Good
don't
day
think
to
you
you.
will be. Oh, I didn't want that. $400 gold. Ah, well, it's better than nothing. Let's get rid of some. Get rid of that. Two phones. I'll take it. Check it out. Get rid of that. Too heavy, that Gamberson. 11. Get rid of them. Definitely they weigh too much. Right, we'll try that for now. But in the meantime, what is this? It covers that slot. What's in that slot for me already? Dark Saxon Gamberson. 4711 none. 4711 none. Yeah, that's terrible. I want to sell that to him. You can take them all.
Let's talk about the...
Well,
Here you are.
thanks.
So he's buzzing because he's getting some free money. I go to this guy down here. Is he down here? He's the weaponsmith. This way. I'll take all the weapons off the horse and sell it to this guy. I think he only takes swords though.
Welcome,
Henry,
How much money have you got?
God bless.
1.5k. Nice. Grandad's old sword. I want to keep that just for the lols.
God bless.
Let's have a word.
Well,
Satisfied?
a nice sum.
Hey!
Right, so how we're looking on... Oh, is he a trader as well? No, that's a shop guard. Okay, we've got one last chance. And we're going to go to this blacksmith up here. Oh, might as well just fast travel us right next to it. And I think this should clear off enough space to allow me to just dump my entire inventory into the horse. I only need to clear 170. Yeah, there he is. Praise the Lord. How much money have you got? I don't think this guy's got much, like.
Good health to you.
Well, he's got 989. That's more than I thought he'd have. You'll probably take that as well. Get rid of that. Hunting boots. You kidding me? That'll do.
I'd like to discuss the...
Well,
Here you are.
well.
Right, horse. You've got to have enough. No. Horse at 252. Yes. 100. Oh, not quite enough. What do I need? 174. Three, two, three. So 100. It's got 100 space. Oh, I might be able to. Oh. Ooh, I need to get rid of something that weighs 7. bet you can get rid of some food. That's it. Done it. Ha ha! Oh my god, we actually managed to do what we set out to do. Job is an absolute good one. We smashed it right in the fanny. Right, let's go and save it now, and we'll go straight into the monastery. Yay, yay! I'm naked, boys. Check the balls on this one. $10 sounds like a good time to go to a monastery. This could be ridiculous. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Practicing and everything. I'm gonna be a beast. Right, you look after me gear, because if I come back and my sword's gone and my armor's gone, I'll eat you. I'll eat you. I'll eat your little ears off. Put away all my worldly goods in here. I'm just gonna put a load of rotten food in this box. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, is that in his room?
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
I've just put a load of rotten fruit in there.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
It's depressing, that really, isn't it? Even hearing that. This is all you have for the rest of your life. But you will have Jesus.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et viva.
Henry's thinking, what the fuck this guy's singing to us for?
Confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Sing it, Henry. Yes, go on, son, sing it.
Suscipe me Domine secundum in loquium tuum vivam et non confundas me ab expectatione me
Good effort.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
We're now playing a monk simulator. Is there anything better? Is there anything better?
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
I'm being punished. If it were up to me, I'd still be spending my days in taverns and my nights with whores.
I don't envy you. Unfortunately, you're here for the rest of your life.
Brilliant.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go.
Sounds absolutely riveting.
Remember one word: discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
Well, it's a nice monastery, I'll give you that.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus. This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
Oh, I like your gardens.
This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware.
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work.
As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren, and above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say.
They can try it. I've got mad parry
This
skills.
is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its
Shit, I've interrupted his speech. Oh, the library.
The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We will be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
Wow. Should I ask him about Pious? Because they never mentioned Pious' name. But everybody gets given a new name here, don't they?
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Solarius. They say he used to be a thief.
Ah, right, okay. How then? Let's talk about Pious.
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
That's not important.
Why are you telling me this anyway? What do you want from me?
Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lucas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually,
Yodok.
the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
Is Yodok Pious?
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my lips.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother, and decided to become a monk. It's peaceful here. There's food and lots of time to read.
So you chose to come here?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the only one. The truth is, the idea of spending my life in a monastery was more appealing than being cooped up in a greasy old shop.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see.
I forgot that brother's name that I need to get the lockpicks from. Shit.
Are there any rifts between the brothers?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange you haven't noticed.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man. Unfortunately, no one cares about my opinion because novices get no say.
Okay.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Even though it is quite different. I'm in essentially what is a prison, and I've got to kill someone, but I'm undercover. It reminds me of the Chronicles of Riddick. That game is absolutely phenomenal, and it's set in a prison. It's so good.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises everyone, and in his absence, the prior. But it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule. They can be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteously and do your duties honestly.
Right, hello. Hey. Brother C. I'll only remember that guy's name. Began with a C. Monk.
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet. I need lockpicks.
Abominable waste of parchment. The young people have no respect for writing these days.
But they'll learn. We were no different.
Siskin.
Salve Domine.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices.
Yeah, tell me about Antonius.
Tell me about Antonius.
Well, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all. Thanks. Who would you elect, Abbot, if you could?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
I've already spoke to him.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka of Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
What's your step, brother?
Right, okay.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't
So
want
it's
to.
not this guy.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my brothers, my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
This guy's got it all
That's
sorted,
all I
hasn't he?
wanted to know.
Right, so he's not
Please,
pious.
keep it to yourself, especially the part about the coin.
My lips are sealed. Right, I don't believe this guy's pious, so let's ask him about it.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
Actually, I don't care. God save. There's something I should tell you. Something you won't be happy to hear. I'm here to find someone and, well, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like him. He's one of the brigands who burned down Neuhof. He doesn't deserve to live.
What's he doing here? And who are you?
They call him Pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, he hid away here. And as you can see, escaped suspicion. They sent me here to find him and bring him to justice. He's one of the novices.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst. This place is a lot more exciting than I expected. Do you know who it is?
Well, that's just it.
I don't. I don't know who it is.
No, but I hope I'll track him down soon.
I need to
If
ask
you find any
who
clue that could lead me to him.
I swear I don't know anything. Except that I'm not the one you're looking for.
I don't believe this guy's him. What about Antonius?
It could be Antonius?
Antonius? He's a fine fellow. No, it can't be him. Although, you never know what's hiding beneath a man's skin.
See how hard it is? It could be anyone, and at the same time, nobody in particular.
I don't think it's him. I'm not going to accuse him.
I won't tell you more, and I'd like you to keep silent about this too.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report it.
Would you do that? I have a feeling you wouldn't.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself. I've got problems enough of my own without involving myself in yours. And besides, I mean to be gone from here within a year, so why should I care what happens with the monastery?
Thank you, Siskin. I appreciate it.
Right, okay. Okay. Well, there's Antonius. I'm gonna have another word with Antonius.
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Well, that's all.
Right, I can't say anything else. Where'd that guy go? Siskin. Right, if I can wait, I've got an idea. If I can check these guys pickpocketing.
Why such haste?
Get out the doorway,
In a
dickhead.
rush to slow down, brother.
I need to see the other two monks. The trainees. I've got to use this time wisely. I need some lockpicks.
What is it, brother?
I'd like to ask...
gotta get a lockpick. Siskin. Oh, who's this? Jodok. Ah, this is the guy that day Antonius is accused.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
To pray?
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
It's not
You're
this
young,
guy.
Perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
He's the oldest of the novices, so does that mean he's oldest in age, or that he's been here the longest? If it means he's been here the longest, it's not him.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Why doesn't Henry just ask the simple question? Who was the novice that came here without any papers? Do you know what I mean? Because if I can find out who that is, that tells me who Pious is, because he was an ex-priest.
I'm interested in the other novices. What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Definitely not Siskin.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
Good, we already know what he's hiding from us. It's his stash of money, and he does want to be out of here, so that's definitely not Pious.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help.
He came voluntarily.
Can be said for the other brothers.
Did this guy come voluntarily?
I'd like to ask you something about...
I forgot his story. Shit. Right. I don't think it's him. Lucas, this is the last person. I need to speak to Lucas.
Then what's your stepbrother? Peace be with you, brother.
I need to get in the doorway.
Why
Oh man!
such haste?
I'm trying to get in the
Why
fucking
such...
door.
Slow down, brother.
I'm Gregor,
Antonius,
a novice.
so far.
I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
Well, tough, because I'm fucking speaking to you.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
Ah, he's been a bit tight-lipped.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all, except that he's not a stickler for rules.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
I'd like to know something about...
I don't...
Do you know anything about Yod?
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the Circators. That's about it.
Because he's a lick arse.
Tell me about Antonio.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him. I've never asked about him.
This guy's about as useless as you can get.
Are you joking?
Why?
I'd have thought you might...
Don't get...
I'd like to ask...
Alright, that's it.
Well, that's all.
This guy's useless. I don't know where this other guy is. Brother Nevlas. This isn't the guy I got to speak to for the lockpicks. It's Brother
Gregor,
C.
a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nevlas, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Bargain.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
Is there anything I could help with?
You know, there is. Perhaps you've heard that Abbot Peter is gravely ill. I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
Alright, I'll give him a bash.
You can count on my help. What do you need me to do?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering.
Makes
the cure
sense.
for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the libri prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil.
Just up my
So
alley.
some people
I love
claim.
a bit of witchcraft.
It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it, which is exactly what we don't want.
I need lockpicks.
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one, or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how.
Celerus.
Perhaps Brother Celerius could help.
Salarius. Right, brother Salarius. I need to remember that.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Salarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
I'd like to ask you. What can you tell me about the novices here?
This is what I need to
What can
ask.
I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager, perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
Right, that's it. Come on.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting.
Shit, I need some food. I've got nothing. Brother Salarius. There's Antonius. Brother Librarian. He's got a key. Circator John.
It's a mystery, but one that will be soon solved. It's a wonder proud isn't
Right. I need to find Brother Salarius. I need to get to the library. These are the living quarters up here.
In a rush to pray? Slow down, brother.
Got no idea where this guy's gonna be.
Pay more attention, brother. Slow down, brother.
Tell you what, I might follow that librarian. If I can pickpocket him, I can get the key.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Didn't even know what my daily schedule is. I've not even looked at it yet.
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately. It will never happen again.
Brother, save your excuses for someone else. This is your first warning.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, well,
Why
you got
such
me.
haste? In a rush to pray?
Right, what's my duties? Go to bed. Aha, right, that's good. Go to bed.
Watch your step, brother.
This could be my prime opportunity. This is my bed, is it? I'm gonna sleep for 1 hour and hopefully everybody is in bed. And then I can go around stealing. I'm absolutely starving, I need some food. Yes, everyone's in bed. Perfect. I'm going to pickpocket every single one of the... Yes. Look, there's people still walking about. Is that a sentry? Normal monk. Right, let's just wait for these to pass. There's one over there. There's one over there. I wonder if that Celarius is going to be in here. This is where everyone lives. He didn't have anything on him. Got nothing. Where's the last fellow? There should be one more. Fuck me, that was so close. Brother Librarian. This is the guy we need. Oh, he's moving, he's moving, he's moving. Got the key. Right, let's get this game saved. I'll sleep for 1 hour, and I'm going to sneak into the library. Get in there. I'm in there like swimwear, man. Pickpocketing skills come out trumps. This guy here. Ah, look. No, I got that guy. 1, 2, 3. There's one guy missing. There was one item I needed off this guy. Shit. I'm glad I saved it there. This guy's got one more item that I didn't get the first time. I'm going to make sure I get it off him. I'll tell you what. I want to split the video here. And we'll get that off him and we'll continue up to the library to steal this book.